Hello, if you are watching this video, you're watching a recorded live chat that I am doing with my mentees, my patrons, my subscribers, where I talk to everyone and we talk about a specific subject related to the Flylady system, and we just have a conversation. This will not have any instructions from me other than answers to questions that I will be getting from my followers. So if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed and you want to be part of this and be called by name and be part of our chats on Tuesdays and Fridays, and also be part of our little welcome every day when I do my morning routines and all those things and tell you what to do each day in my version of the Flylady system as a former Fly Lady, please join us, subscribe, push the little bell. So right now, let me jump in. Today, we're going to be talking about the after dinner routine. That's what we're going to talk about. That's our chat. So here we go. Hi, Megan Cooper. Welcome again. Emily Hall, long time no see. Emily, so glad to have you back. April Epp is here. Karen Davis. Brenda Jones again, our new girl. Hi, Brenda. Julie Dawes. Candace Van Dahl. Janelle, flying in second grade. Rachel, hi Rachel, love your glasses. Guess I'm just noticing them. Yeah, these are my little blue ones that have two versions in it. It's got the medium and the close. The other ones that I wear, these are my regular ones that have three things in them. For some reason, the medium and the close, I had these especially made for this space, so they work good for you. So they're especially made for you. Thanks for noticing. Let's see. Gaynor is here. Hi, Gaynor. Anita Pritchard, catching you live twice in one day. Yay, Anita. Look at your beautiful hair. Cinderly Hahn, thank you for all your encouragement. You're welcome, Cinderly. Deborah Dale is here. Deborah, are you new? That name sounds so familiar, but I haven't talked to you lately, or else you're brand new. Either way, welcome. Randy Cajodas, I think, is here. Glad to be here. Hi, Randy. Good to see you again. Debbie Heckle. Hi, Kat and Mr. B. Sarah L. Hey, Sarah. Sarah L. Are you new? Allison Stevens. Hello, my love. How are you? Tierza Hammond. I just ran across some pictures of you way back when you were pregnant with your third baby, when you came down to see us and you were camping. And since then, Larry and I are full-time campers. I don't know if we were then. I don't think so. How's the kids? So good to talk to you. I'm so glad you're popping in. How's every little thing, Tierza? That's the cool thing. If you happen to be in Jacksonville or St. Augustine and you want to say, hey, I'll be happy to meet you for a meal or meet you for a coffee. So much fun to meet everyone. Of course, I say that, and right now I can't go in those places because of COVID, and I have to be protective of my mother. But when we have better times, I would love to see everybody. Tierza, you're just my sweetest girl. Tina Taylorson, hi Tina. Kathy Jones, hello Kat and Mr. B. Hi Kathy Jones. Happy Tuesday chat, free day everyone. That's from Mr. B. D. McDaniel, when canning season comes, routine zones and clutter checks go into sleep mode just for 10 quarts of spaghetti sauce. Just finished 10 quarts of spaghetti sauce. Yes, that's absolutely true. However, I disagree on the routines. The routines have to stay. You have to get up and get morning routine done. You have to clean up after dinner. You have to do a load of laundry. Those little things have to keep happening. You have to do your before bed routine, but no zones, no basic weekly plan, okay? It's really important that you keep your routines though, and your clutter checks. Okay, but it's not any big deal. Just get it done, because that canning is a big deal. When the vegetables come in and it's time to can, it's time to can. Everything else goes on a halt. Claire, hi Claire, after dinner routine. I'm excited to hear more. Yes, Claire, we're going to talk about the after dinner routine. Anybody who has questions, I'm here to answer them, and I will go over the after dinner routine before we open it up for questions. Hi Allison, she says, give a thumbs up everyone. Misty Amon, haven't talked to you in a bit. Teresa Nelson, sorry Teresa. Hello Kat, I am new, about 1 month now. Thank you for all you do. You're welcome, Teresa, so glad to have you here. Julie Dawes, my boss gave me the day off, so I'm enjoying catching you live. Yay, Julie. Irene Hartwig up in Canada. Hello, going to listen while doing some filing in the office. Irene and her husband and son have been down, well, her son only once, but Irene and her husband Preston have been down twice, and I met her son Matthew this last year, and we had a meal at Cracker Barrel together, and it's always such a pleasure to see her. She shows me pictures of how our house is coming along, and it's just so fun to talk to you guys. I love you so much. Let's see. Where was I? Lost my spot. Hold on. That was Irene. Deborah Dale, not new, just quiet. Okay, Deborah. Mr. B, why did you delete Randy? She's good. Don't delete Randy. Let Randy Cajotas be alive again, please. Sarah, my office project is coming along. I'm a new patron this month. Sarah L. Hi, Sarah. So glad everything's going along well for you and so happy that you're a new patron. Mrs. Ches 21. Hi, Kat. What's your name? Rachel Pugh. Hi, Kat and everyone. Tears of good memories. Yes. Very good. I think you have a P.O. box posted to send cards or whatever to you. Is that still the same? No, that should be deleted, Rachel. I don't have a P.O. box anymore. I closed my P.O. box. I just don't have, there's no place to send me anything right now, and that's okay. But I appreciate the thought. Gani Shelton Lawrence. Hi, Gani. How are you? Hope you had a good day. Rachel, I can't remember where I saw the P.O. box posted. It used to be in the drop down, but I think Mr. B took it out. Kathy Young. Hi, Kathy. D. McDaniel. Bed was made and swish and swipe and dishes cleaned after meal, so I guess I did my morning routine, just no makeup or fixed hair. Now, Dee, you can comb your hair, girl. Debbie Heckles, I so understand that you have to be careful for your mom. We have to be careful for my father-in-law. I take care of him. It really is a full-time job, day and night. Yes, it is, 24/7. Rachel, I can't wait to talk about after dinner routine. I definitely don't have one, and our dinner routine sucks as well. I'm so bad when summer comes. Dinner ends up being at 8 p.m. Oh, Rach, let's talk. So Larry said we're not accepting mail right now. That was sweet, Rachel. Misty Amon, been busy with mom, grandma, and remodeling my house. Next is washing walls and painting. Okay, Misty. No birthday cards. No, but you can just say happy birthday. My birthday is July 26th. Thank you, Mr. B. Debbie Heckle, we just finished lunch, so I'm going to clean the kitchen while I listen. Good. Okay, so let's talk. After dinner routine, let's look at it. Let's look and see what the after dinner routine again is, step by step, just to refresh your memory, even though we talk about it every single morning. After dinner routine, dishes get washed by hand or put in the dishwasher. That's number one. The table gets wiped. That's number two. You wipe off the counter where you prepared your meal. That's step number three. Somebody wipes out the sink after the dishes are done. That's step number four. And number five, sweep the floor. And here's what I always say. If you eat, you have to clean up. If more than one person eats, all the people have to clean up. You are not the maid or anything like that, or you're not running a restaurant. You are the mother, and we're going to clean up together. So my instruction to you is, let everybody know their job before you get up from the dinner table. Do not allow them to just run off. Everybody, before you get up, we're going to clean the kitchen together. What music do you want to listen to tonight? I'll put it on and we can listen. And here's the jobs we have. We have these little jobs. So you're going to sweep, and you're going to wipe the counter, and you're going to do this, and you're going to do that. Maybe it's just three of you, your husband, and your child. Everybody gets two jobs maybe. You, as the mother, as the beacon, as the lighthouse for your family, you're going to pick the biggest job for yourself. And if it's a sticky rice pan, then that's your job. Don't give that away. If it's a dirty, greasy pan that you fried something in, that's your job. Don't give that away. You do the hard job while everybody else does the easy jobs, and you keep them company until it's all done. Okay? So I hear people say to me, Kat, my kids just leave the kitchen so fast. It's not even worth it to get them back. That's not allowed. That's not allowed. Have the conversation before dinner and during dinner that we're going to clean the kitchen together. And then put on some music. Maybe you get to change who gets what music every night. And we do whatever it is we're doing in the kitchen together. Okay? All right. Now let's see what you guys have said, and then we'll talk about. So I'm opened up for questions about the after dinner routine. Allison said, birthday month twins. Yes. Isabel Pointer. Hi, Isabel. Rachel said, do you have an availability for the 25-minute a month spots? I obviously need one. And is the $25 on top of the Tuesday $5 Patreon fee? So the month would be $30. No, it's $25 including the $5. So if you decide to upgrade, you just go to your tier. You go to your name, and I think by your name it says edit. and you go and edit and you get to pick another tier. So you're going to pick the tier that says $25 for 25 minutes of mentoring, and it's automatically going to charge you an extra 20 for a total of 25. So you still have access to the videos and you'll get a mentoring. And yes, I have a spot or two left this month. So let me know if that's something you want to do by just upgrading, and I will find out because Patreon will send me a notification, and then I'll contact you. I'll reach out to you. Okay. All right. I look forward to that. I hope you do it, Rachel. Hi, JL. JL and I have had a meal together up in Alabama. Larry and I saw her on vacation with her 2 lovely children and her wonderful mother-in-law. Ozan Z. I only drink water for a year, left all the industrial sugar behind. It was the hardest year of my life. Meals, I had felt so incomplete with just water washing it down, but clearly feel better. That's good, Ozan. I'm so glad you're doing that. If that works for you, that's wonderful. Thanks, Allison, for helping out. Isabel, been on my feet since 7 a.m., up and down, 3 stories at work for 3 hours, went grocery shopping, just got home, but I did most of my routines this morning because I knew I'd have a long day. Good girl. That's planning. JL, it's amazing the difference in attitude from my kids when I tell them work that is coming. Yes. Nobody wants to just be snatched by the hair and say, come here and clean, when they have that in their mind that they're going to go play or they're going to go do. You don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. So don't surprise anybody. Let everybody know, here's what we're going to do. It's just going to take 10 minutes. And then afterwards, I'll be free. You'll be free. The kitchen will look great. And we can go do something together. Okay. Include your husband, please. He's not exempt. If he eats, he needs to clean up after himself. You don't have to boss him around, but you do need to tell him what you need. Let's see. Rachel will upgrade the 1st of July. I did see the edit option. Excellent, Rachel. And there's the link. Mr. P put the link up for everybody. Just lovely. JL's giving me all hearts and love. Megan, letting my kids help is something I struggle with. It's so much easier to do it myself. Oh, Megan, I'm so glad you mentioned that. Yes, it is. You know why, Megan? Because training up your children is hard work. It's hard. And we always have that little perfectionism in us where we want things to be beautiful. You know, it's got to just be good. Just good. They have to do their best. They don't have to do the impossible, which is perfect, because perfect is impossible. Don't even do that to yourself. But they have to do their best at their level, and you have to allow them to try to do that and to work on that and to praise them for what they're doing. And don't worry about it. Listen, if they halfway sweep the floor, who cares? Maybe tomorrow you'll be the sweeper and you'll get it better. It's not a big deal. If they halfway wipe the table, now, if there's obvious like ketchup smeared on the table or whatever, you can say, oh, baby, come here. Here's something you forgot. Look at that. You're so silly. Rub that real big right there. There you go. You just encourage them, just like a teacher would. It's hard to be a mom, but it's the best job ever because we have these awesome kids that are going to grow up in our house and grow up to be wonderful adults. So keep on trying. Let's see. That was Megan. Okay, Teresa said, hey to Mr. B. Allison, I make a list of what each kid has to do so when dinner happens, everyone knows what they're going to do. Yes, and your kids aren't tiny little kids. Your kids are, how old are they? 8, 11, something like that. They're in that little group in there. They're elementary school kids, right? And then she's got a bigger daughter, I think. Right, Allison? I'm sorry, Allison. I love you, but I can't remember your kids' ages. My birthday gift to myself, June 30th. I'll be 37. I have 3 kids, 11, almost 10, and 8. And my husband and I, and I'm really trying to get the kids involved daily. Yes, you have to do it. Don't even try. Do it. Get them involved. Okay, just do it. If you were a teacher at school, in a school classroom, and they said, here's the curriculum, you need to teach the kids how to read and do math, and you don't try to do it, you do it. And so that's what you're going to do. You're going to do it. You're going to teach them every day. They're not going to learn immediately. They're going to have to keep practicing, but you give them encouragement. Okay, that's how you do it. All right, let's see. Where was I? Oh my goodness, I'm way behind, but thank you all for all of your stuff. Hold on just a minute. Let me get all these answered, okay? Then we can have some more. Tina Taylorson, Thank you, Tina. I usually cook and clean. Everyone thinks it's my job since I stay home and they all work. 3 grown kids and a husband. Well, it's not your job. It's everyone's job to clean up after themselves. Let me ask you a question. Do you put everyone's seatbelt on in the car when you drive everyone around? No, you do not. There's a lot of things that we don't do. Do you brush everyone's teeth? No, you do not. Do you, hopefully you're not making everyone's bed. I hope the answer is no, you do not. There's a lot of things we do for ourselves. We dry our own selves off when we get out of the shower. There's things that we have to do for ourselves. And one of them is clean up after you eat. You did make the meal. If they choose not to cook, that is your option. You know, I would also involve them in cooking, but it's your option, especially now that everyone's grown. But you have to say, this is what I expect. Otherwise, get your own meals and clean up after yourself. But if I'm making a meal, I expect you to help me and be in here with me. I'm not a slave. I'm not a maid. I am the wife and the mother, and I love taking care of you and feeding you and keeping our house clean. But you have to pick up after yourself, including your meal. Okay? You have to be strong. Don't be a pushover. You don't have to be mean. You have to be strong. If you want a good life, you have to change things. Okay? Tina, I know you can do it. Emily Hall, what could a 2-year-old do? Oh my goodness, a 2-year-old, you have to pretend like they're helping. You can give them a little toy broom and say, here, sweep with mommy. Such a good girl or good boy. Here, let's wipe the table. Let them sit in a chair or kneel in a chair and just rub around on the table. Anything to give them the idea that they think they're helping. I remember putting my 2-year-old on a stool in front of the sink with an apron tied up around her neck, a waist apron tied around her neck, and little rubber gloves on. And oh, she thought that was fabulous. Just, you know, slopping around in the bubbly water and giving her a plastic plate. You know, it doesn't matter. It's going to be a mess because 2-year-olds are a mess, but it'll give her something to do. It'll keep her busy while you're getting everything done, or him, either one. All children need to learn how to do things. Or you could have them toddle over and put their dish in the dishwasher and encourage them there. Here's where the dish goes. Where does the dish go? You know, meanwhile, you're hurrying and getting your things done, okay? All right. Isabel says, hi to Mr. B. Rachel said, my clutter has stopped us from eating at the table for a month. I've hated myself for it. I don't feel it's easier for me to do it all by myself. How do you feel about chores and some type of money motivation? Well, Rachel, I can't wait to motivate. I can't wait to mentor you. If there's no place to eat at the table, where is everyone eating? I look forward to that answer. And I don't believe that you have to pay anybody for cleaning up after themselves. I don't mind paying children an allowance for doing things that are over and above taking care of their own messes. Like if you ask them to vacuum the living room and you have them doing certain chores and you feel like you want to remunerate them for that, is that the word? You want to pay them for doing that a little bit every week. Maybe they have a chore chart, little things they do, but not for cleaning up their own messes. I don't believe in that. It's up to you. It's your child. It's your house. You know, you know the children's behaviors. You know their psyche. You know, every child is different. I'm not trying to tell you how to run your house. I'm just trying to give you some ideas to have an easier life. But cleaning up after yourself is a requirement, like flushing the toilet. Okay, it's just one of those things. Hello, love. My Kimmy's here. Okay, let's go back here. Let me go back. I'm trying to catch up. So no more questions. Hang on, girls. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. All caught up. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go backwards and start reading up. So please don't put anything in because I'm going to go backwards. So we eat in the living room while watching our favorite shows, Isabel said. That's fine for now until you get your clutter picked up. I think if you have a family with young children, you need to eat at the table. I would make it a priority to clear that table off, even if everything went in boxes in the corner. That's what I would do. Allison, I struggle with inspecting what I expect, but with Kat's help, I'm doing better. We are all amazing because we are made up in the image of God and we can do anything through his strength. Allison, you say it, girl. Nancy H, hi Nancy, happy Tuesday. Teresa said hi to Kimmy. Tina Taylorson said yes, thank you. Kathy Jones said, I wish I had you when my children were little. I always tried to do the kitchen cleanup and then felt like a martyr. It's so important to let the kids help with that. Yeah, and see what's going on. Tina said, no, I don't. I guess I'll get to the question in a minute. Deborah said, I enjoy listening to you. Gets me going. Yes, Deborah Dale. I am not consistent, Brenda Jones said. Okay, your son is 15. Your daughter's 12. Your son is 10. I was close, Allison. Brenda Jones, yes, I am failing in the training up part. Okay, Brenda, it's okay. Recognizing that you're not consistent and going forward, you know what? Here's when you're failing. You're failing when you know that you're not consistent, you've been instructed how to be consistent, and then you still don't do the work. That's when you're failing. But when you're aware of it and you're trying to make an effort to change, you are not failing. You are progressing. And I'm very, very proud of you for even being aware of it. So let's go forward and not suffer anything because of what we've already done. You know, we have to give ourselves grace and go forward, okay? So give yourself some grace and go forward. It's never too late. Okay. Rachel Pugh said, including the kids keeps me accountable to get it done immediately. That's Rachel Pugh. Rachel said, it's not Rachel Tar, but anyway, she's tar ... Like if they help clean up dinner every night and do clutter checks, I give them stickers, and for that they get money on Friday. If that works for you, that's fine. Hi everyone. Hi Tina Cape. JL said, yes, training life lessons can be so frustrating when I am sick. They can step up and do a few things. Yes, they can. Are done, we go for a dinner. After we're done, we go for a dinner walk. That's nice, Rachel. I let my kids pick up their job as soon as they are done eating. My toddler can sweep or wipe the table. I point out to the 8-year-old whether dishes are easy for the night. Great attitudes, because once we, I think that's the one that goes on a walk. I'm trying to find the rest of it. Anyway, that's good. That was Rachel Pugh. Including the kids seem to, okay, that's good. I think I've read everything. Oh, Allison said, my goal is to have the dishwasher empty before I cook. Then as I cook, dishes go in the dishwasher. So then all that's left is the plates that everyone puts in and serving dishes I put in, and then it's all done. Yes. I start with an empty dishwasher in the morning. For the 3 of us, I have plenty of room to put everything in. So it may be that if you have a big family, you have more dishes, that you might have to run it in the middle of the day. I hope not. I hope that's not what's happening. If that was the case, I would just say eat on paper plates for lunch, save some room for dinner. Okay, I think I've answered all the questions. Rachel said, my clutter has stopped us from eating at the table. Okay, so I read that. All right, now I'm going to go down to the bottom and see if anybody added anything else. Let's see. Okay. Kimmy said, that's amazing, Allison. I get it. I'm bad at it also. I notice they're getting things done now, knowing I'm going to inspect it. She's talking about inspecting what you expect. That's when you give a child something to do, you can't expect it to be done. It's not going to happen. No matter if they're 18, you still need to kind of peruse and see, did it get done? You know, if they're big, if they're 17 or 18, you don't want to be in their face, oh my gosh, you didn't do your work. But you need to kind of look and see and remind them. Of our little ones, you have to go inspect, really inspect. Boy, that wind is really blowing. Can you hear that? I don't know if you can hear it, but the oak trees are tossing their limbs, and it's raining outside. Mr. B said, amen, Allison. Brenda Jones, how do you be firm but kind with 10 and 11 years old? They ignore me until I lose my temper. I don't like it to be that way. That's because that's what they're used to. You absolutely mean what you say. There's something inside of you that raises up a little bit. When a child tells you no, that's totally unacceptable. So you are the parent. They are not the parent. So you raise up a little bit and you act like a teacher would. A teacher wouldn't allow a student to tell them no. I want you to do math homework now, your math work now, put your reading books away. No, I'm not doing it. Well, then you're going to go out to the principal. You're not going to be in my class. All right? So she's not like, you got to do it right now. You know, she's not doing that. And that's what we do as parents. We lose our temper because the kids are pushing our buttons and they know it. They push our buttons. They could say the same thing to me. It wouldn't push my button. I would say, yes, you will do it. If a child said to me, if I say, pick up your toys and put them on the shelf because it's time for us to clean up, it's after lunch, you want to get everything cleaned up. Pick up your things, whatever it is. I don't want to. Well, you know what? That's too bad. I don't want to do a lot of things in this house too. Pick up your toys right now. When I come back in here, if they're not picked up, then there's going to be a consequence. And you have to have something in your head that what is a consequence? What is going to make a difference to them that's going to be hard, where they're going to say, you're so mean. Doesn't matter what they say. You have to train your children. If you had a trellis and there were vines growing on it, and the idea was to have all the vines on the trellis, those vines are your children, and this one vine keeps going out there and this one vine goes there, what do? You curve it back in, you curve it back in, or sometimes you have to lop it off. You have to lop off the suckers and lop it off. You're training them. It's not fun. Being a trainer is not fun. It's so much more fun to watch movies and laugh and roll around and ignore bad behavior, but bad behavior is unacceptable. And if you allow it to happen, you will have children who consider themselves, what's the word? I can't even think of the word, but you know what it is. It's when those kids think that they can have everything they want forever, and they grow into terrible adults. So we want to teach children how to be good citizens and be good. They need to understand that there are consequences in this world. And it has to be a consequence that sincerely is not fun. So that's what you have to do, in my opinion. You know, it's all my opinion. They are not my children. I am not raising them. I have raised children, and I have 8 grandchildren, and my grandmother kept children for the Catholic Charities and had over 600 infants in my lifetime, in her lifetime, and she had 12 children. And I come from a long line of people who know how to discipline children. And you can't play around with this. This is serious stuff. It's like letting your children touch a hot stove. Would you let them do that? Or would you say, no, you can't touch that. That'll burn you. Same way, no, you can't talk to me that way. That is not good for you. You're going to obey me, and you're going to do what I say. Now, you have to pick your battles. You can't say, you're going to be the perfect little child with the perfect little bow tie on, and you're going to sit here like Poindexter and do every little thing I say, and you will worship me, or respect me in all ways. No, it's not the way it works. It's a give and take. It's a definite talent. You have to learn how to be the wall. This is your child. They're going to push you, especially if you're tired. At the end of the day, they're going to push you till you fall off. But if you're like this and the child comes in and does this, nothing happens. And some kids are really hit hard. Boom, boom, boom. You stay right there. You don't let them. And after a while, they get a sore head and they get tired of doing that and they'll stop. And then they'll start growing up. Right? But right now, this is what they're doing. And as long as they can push you, they're going to push you because they're looking for that. They're looking for something that won't move, something they can count on. And that's you. All right? So let's see. I'm talking about children. I'm not talking about like a child who has some exceptional thing. So they've got some problem that requires special psychology. That is not me. I'm talking about your everyday bad egg kid who doesn't want to do what you tell him to do, okay? All right, let's see what we've got here. Don't lose your temper. It's not necessary. In fact, you want to work really hard not to lose your temper. You want to be strong. When you lose your temper, it's showing that you're weak. Amen, Allison, Deborah said. Rachel had to get off. Her husband couldn't give her the time. Just glad I got back on. Well, I'm glad you're back, Rachel. Mr. Bree said, thanks for the thumbs up. My kids' current currency is mine coins in Minecraft. They know on Friday if they made an effort, they get rewarded. Yes, I love that, JL. Emily Hall, I have to run the dishwasher twice a day. If you have a big family, sometimes that happens. April Epp, my husband is a farmer and doesn't get home until 7:30 or 8 p.m., so it usually gets late and it's time for bed right after cleanup and evening routine, but cleaning as I'm cooking is helping a lot. April, here's my thing for you. Are you telling me that you don't serve dinner to your family until 7:30 or 8 o'clock at night? Because I wouldn't do that, but that's just me. I would say, I'm so sorry that you have to come home late, honey, but I've got your food in the microwave. It's in the fridge on a plate for you. The children need to eat earlier if they're small and have their bath and be ready for bed. So when daddy comes home, he can sit down, you can warm his meal, he can eat it. He's exhausted, he's been in the fields all day, fine, put his dish in the dishwasher. He can go get cleaned up and spend some time with the children. There's always exceptions, but I would not sit down as a family to dinner at 8 o'clock at night. That is ludicrous. You're exhausted by then, and nobody wants to clean a kitchen then, and nobody wants to help clean a kitchen then. Okay? That's my recommendation. Let's see. Ooh-wee, girls. I'm a little bit tough, aren't I? But you gotta be. And you guys are like my kids, and you're hitting on me. And that's not fun. I don't want to tell you these things, but I have to. Where was it? Gosh, there's so much. I'm going to start at the bottom again and go to the top, and then we're going to be done because it's getting late.
Can you hear your mom's alarm?
No, is my mother's alarm going off?
It went off about 5 minutes.
Well, she's probably in the bathroom. Would you check and just see if she's in her bed or on the floor?
Open the door.
Just open the door and see if she's on the floor. That's all I need to know. Okay, just lovely. When I need help, I ask for it. Good. Mr. B is the strong man. Yes. Brenda, I appreciate your advice. You're welcome. Troll alert. Uh-oh. Okay, Mr. B took care of that. Hi, Kat. Is there a list for the weekend chores for payroll mom? Nope. Ms. Beecham, I do that on Saturdays. I give you everything you need to do on Saturdays. Amy, I always ask my husband if he needs my help. He usually gets it done then. Dreamy Suds, all my mother had to do was give me the look. No yelling, no screaming. The look was enough to know she meant business. I am proud to say I've inherited the look. Yay, Dreamy Suds. What's your name?
She's fine.
Good, thank you. What if the husband, where was that? What if the husband, oh, it keeps popping away. Where was it? Hang on, girls. Please don't type anything else because it makes these pop away. What if the husband is slacking on his assigned chore? Amy Laurie. What chores are you giving your husband? Your husband's chore is to make money for the household and provide for you and protect you. If you're a homemaker, your job is to do these things I talked about. If he offers to help, of course, you can give him an idea of what you want him to do. Don't assign a grown man chores. He will help you if he wants to help you. And other than that, this is your job. And I know that sounds old-fashioned, but you can't give a man, that's emasculating to tell a man he has a chore that he has to do and give him some kind of consequence. That's not going to happen. We don't want to emasculate our men anymore. The man wants to provide for you, and he wants to protect you, and he wants to do the very best he can for you and your children. And so he's working really hard outside the home. You're working really hard in the home. When you're together, you can say, hey, could you help me do this? And he should. If he doesn't, you can't make him do it. He's a grown man. You can make your children do things. But still, and even then, you don't make them do things that are too hard for them, okay? All right, I think that covers everything. Let's see. Yep, that covers everything. I've answered everything. Okay, girls, I hope that this wasn't too harsh for you, but I want you to understand that it's really critical that you do these things if you want to have a better life. Dreamy Suds, Missy, thank you, Missy. My husband and I both work. We sat and had a conversation about what we can do to divide and conquer to keep our home together. It works for us. Excellent. See, that's a coming together. Remember that as a spouse, you are a helpmate, and he is to love you with all his heart, right? And together, you work things out together because you're friends. You love each other. Okay. Polly Paget. Hi, Polly. I'm good at morning routine, but really struggle to declutter and incorporate the other routines. Polly, just add them every day. You'll get better and better. Mountain Housewife was referring with help in the kitchen. So everybody sits down. Well, have a conversation with him before. You know, if he's not helping in the kitchen, then have a conversation with him again if you've already had the conversation. Honey, here's what I want to do. I'm trying to train the kids to help clean in the kitchen. Not because I can't do it. I can totally do it. I want them to learn how to do it. So what I want you to do is put your dish in the dishwasher and maybe do one of these little things, and they're little baby jobs. So I know you can do it, just to give a good example to the children. If he says, I'm not doing it, say, okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks, but no thanks. You can leave the kitchen and you just ignore him and do your thing. I hope that's not the case, but sometimes that is the case. Anyway, have a wonderful day. That's it for today. I hope that you enjoyed this chat. I hope that you got something out of it. I hope that you're inspecting what you expect. I hope that you're asking for after dinner help and expecting it. Okay? That's it for today. Have a fabulous job, and always remember that you are beautiful. Bye.